Greetings and salutations, this is Imperator Vespasian bringing you a couple of Mark II Land Raiders which are part of our unhallowed Chaos Space Marine Army. Now the Mark II is the version of Land Raider that was used at the time of the Abyssal Crusade. This Land Raider, I'll just shivvy this chap out of the way. This is the standard Land Raider which is available now to the Space Marines. This is the one that's now mass produced by the Imperium. This is the modern version of Land Raider. This is the one that's been around for the last 3,000 years. However, at the time of the Abyssal Crusade, this version wasn't actually out. It was 3,000 years ago, and we did a lot of thinking and soul searching about building this army. And one of the decisions we came to was that the Chaos Forces would be using the type of weapons they had at the time. So my Death Guard are using the original Terran battle tank, the original Land Raider, which is... this is actually a Khorne version. This is the Khornite Land Raider. But I've got a couple of these for my Death Guard, and this is the standard battle tank used by Earth at the time of the Great Crusade. And so these were around during the Heresy. These are the standard battle tank. These ones were found on, I forget which world now, but they were found on one of the worlds, and it was a type of heavy lifter, heavy transport vehicle, which they converted into a tank with the side sponsons. Hence the World War I-esque side sponsors like you find on the Mother and Father tanks. And so this became the standard pattern Land Raider for the Empire by the time the Heresy was over, for the next several thousand years. Then as the Empire moves into the modern era, you move on to this version, which is the standard version which you see today. Although this is the Crusader version, because it's got the heavy bolters on it. But more about that one later. So this is the Land Raider, and I've spent 2 minutes just explaining the difference between the two. So that one, the big one, was the Mark I, which was the standard original Land Raider. This is the Mark II version. So this is the version that was around during the Heresy. And, post-Heresy. Well, actually during the Heresy, although the Heresy version didn't have the cover over the tracks. The first version had tracks that went all the way around the back. The covers over the tracks came post-Heresy. So by the time the Unhallowed turned to Chaos, they would actually have been using this version of Land Raider, not the other version of Land Raider, not the new version. Although they could have captured new versions, there's nothing to say that they didn't, they haven't done, but we decided to go for this version to make the army look more realistic. So we have two versions. One is a version which is designed for sort of more close-in combat, and the other version is designed for more ranged combat. So that's what we went in for. Effectively, one's an anti-tank and one's an anti-personnel. So we've got one version which is this version, which has got the heavy bolters as its forward guns, and it's got plasma guns as its main armament on each side sponsor. Plus it's armed with a heavy stubber. This one is armed with melters. This is the anti-tank version. It's armed with two twin melters, a twin flamer at the front, and a heavy stubber as well. So as this is part of Slaanesh, it has demonic control, which gives it a 5+ invulnerability save. That's the same as the Aegis that a normal Land Raider has for the Imperium, which gives it a 5+ vulnerability save. It has self-repair because of the demon that lives inside it. You can see its little tentacles coming out. Isn't it cute? He's got his eye there. He's a very cute little demon. Cute demon. So if the demon inside rolls a 6, then you get to repair one wound on the vehicle. The old rules, it was repair damage, because you used to get your guns and stuff knocked out in the vehicle. Doesn't work like that anymore. What else have we got? Machine Spirit, no modifier to shooting or moving. That's the normal version. The demonic version, which is the one that we're using, it has, is it Demon Aspect or something like that, which means the demon does exactly the same thing as the Imperial one. It also has Unyielding Ancient, which is when you take a hit, roll d6, and if you get a 6, you ignore the hit. So that's good, because it's ancient. I would assume it's got redundant systems built in and stuff like that. Then it's got smoke launchers as well. So that's it. That's the overall run of the vehicle. So it's not really that much different to a standard Land Raider. It's just, instead of the normal automated systems that are running on board a Land Raider, it's using demons to do the same job. So for paintwork, we've gone for the standard. They've painted out the original insignia, and they've added the teardrop for the reasons you will already know by now. And it's got demonic writing all over it. It's got sort of demonic writing everywhere, which is quite cool. Not mine. Wife's, not mine. Don't ask me. Don't speak demon. And I think this one has. Yeah, this has got demonic writing as well. It's in Slaanesh, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in Slaanesh. So whatever demonic writing Slaanesh is, that's what it's written in. Which is, this one's got less demonic writing. I would assume because this one has the demon actually crawling out of it with little tentacles. So I'm only guessing. So that's the anti-tank version. This is the anti-infantry version, I guess. Right, that's cool. So I have very little to add. I'll point out the smokestacks. We've put burning flames and smoke coming out of the back, which is actually pretty awesome. It's pretty cool. That one's got smoke coming out of its ventilator shaft as well, so it's got quite a lot of smoke coming out of it. Because its engines are probably just overheating, because it's old and it hasn't been repaired very much in a long time. So that's quite cool. The corn ones have a lot more flame coming out of them. These are just a small amount of flame with quite a lot of smoke. And I think it looks cool. I think it's a decent job. So let me know what you think in the comments section. So leave any comments, leave any likes if you thought the video was any good. Subscribe, that'd be nice. And that's basically it. This has been Imperator Vespasian doing a relatively short video on something quite simple. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.